Hi there, welcome to Two Birds. I'm Fiona. Welcome back if you're joining me again. Today I'm sharing a compact 30-minute full body yoga stretch practice, and it's part 5 of the Rise and Stretch series of classes. For practice today, you may wish to have a block or a couple of folded blankets and an optional yoga strap. Thanks so much for joining me. I really hope you enjoy this practice. Namaste. And begin your practice in supported hero's pose, Virasana. Placing your knees about hips width apart. Start kneeling high on your shins and place either a yoga block or some folded blankets under your seat between your inner ankles. Taking as much support and elevation for your knees and ankles that allows you to find ease as you come to sit. Once you're settled, rest your hands into your lap. Open your posture. Soften your eyes closed. Gradually allow your awareness to gather around the sensations of your body. Simply observing and giving yourself a few moments to be still and fully focus your attention toward your body. Take a long, slow, deep breath in and gently let that go. 2 more intentional breaths. And blinking your eyes open. And we'll start here with some gentle self-massage. Using your fists, gently roll your knuckles along the soles of your feet, working your way from your toes to your heels and back a few times. And then lift your buttocks now, set your props off to one side, tuck your toes under and make your way into your version of a toe squat. Resting onto your hands to start, sitting back toward your heels. And as much as possible, try and center your weight on the balls of your feet rather than your tiptoes. So this is quite an intense stretch for your feet, so if you find it's a bit too much, a little fiery in the toes or the knees, keep your hands on the floor, modulate the stretch. If you find you've got a little bit more space, you can sit more upright through the torso. And this shape gives your ankles and your feet a really good stretch, targets the connective tissue on the soles of your feet, part of the fascia line that runs all the way up the back seam of your body, creating more space and length through the back of your legs, your torso and your neck. Taking just 3 more cycles of breath here. Try and resist that urge to fidget. Relaxing, softening into all that you can sense and feel. And then releasing now, come forward onto all fours. Settle your hands under your shoulders, knees under the hips, point your toes back and pat your feet out a few times. And then moving into cat and cow together. On your inhale, soften your belly, arch your spine, gaze up. Exhale, slowly round your spine, bring your chin to your chest. Twice more, allowing your movement and your breath to fit together. And then meet me in a neutral spine and we'll twist. Raise your right arm out and then up toward the ceiling. Twist open to your right. On an exhale, thread your right arm under your left. Come to rest down on your right cheek, right shoulder. And so from here, option to reach your left fingertips forward toward the top of your space. Or offer yourself a self-assist to come into a deeper twist. You can place your left palm on top of your right, interlace your fingers, and then gently lean your torso back as you work towards straightening your arms. Follow now your next breath in and your next breath out. One more. Breathe in and breathe out. Return your left hand to the mat near your face. Inhale, unwind from your twist. Send your right hand to the sky and pause. On your exhale, lower your right hand to the small of your back and motion your buttocks back to your heels. Come to child's pose. Left arm reaching forwards. Take a deep breath in and a slow breath out. Transition into half camel. So right hand supports your low back. Gently raise your torso. Press arm reaches up. Go slightly up and back, lifting your chest. And then lower your buttocks and take a seat. Take your left hand to the right side of your chest, just below your collarbone. Place your right hand over your left. So we're gently stretching into the neck now, pulling down with your hands lightly, and then lifting your chin away from your hands. And you can experiment with this stretch, just lightly moving your head a little side to side. And then inhale your head back to center, change sides. Right hand to the left side of your chest, left hand on top. Gently pulling down with your hands and lifting your chin away from your hands. Perhaps exploring moving your head a little. And then release. Place your hands to the floor now. All fours. Inhale, arch your spine. Find cow pose. On your exhale, round your spine and bring your right knee toward your right elbow. Lower and place the top of your right toes to the floor. Then come to your fingertips and gently lean your weight forward and back, stretching into the top of your foot. And as you lean your weight back, turn your right toes forward and land your right foot to the mat. Now lean your right knee forward beyond your ankle. Lean your torso forward onto your right thigh. And keeping your right heel firmly grounded. So you're seeking sensation through the back of your right calf and heel. Breathe slow and smooth here. And completing your next exhale, we'll step back onto all fours. Return to tabletop and we'll cycle through the opposite side. This time, taking some circles through your spine. 3 circles in one direction, leaning out into your hips and your side waist. And then retrace your circles in the opposite direction. And then return all fours and twist. Raise your left arm out and then up toward the ceiling. And thread the needle. Pass your left arm under your right. Rest down onto your left shoulder. Just option to creep your right fingertips forward to the top of your mat or rest your right palm into your left. Interlace your fingers, deepen your twist, straightening your arm. Just noticing how your breath responds so you can be in the pose, easy and steady. Another breath in. And slowly reverse, right hand to your mat, left hand to the sky. Pause. Left hand to the small of your back and rest back into child's pose, your right arm reaching forward. On your inhale, rise into your camel pose, kneel high, reach your right arm to the sky, go slightly up and back. And on your exhale, take a seat, lower your hands by your sides. Moving into a side bend now, gaze down to your right hand, slide it away. Reach your left arm up and over to your right. On your inhale, come back through center, reach both arms overhead and side bend over to your left. Left hand to the floor, right arm overhead. On your inhale, rise through center, send your arms overhead and return to all fours. Inhale, arch your spine into cow pose. Exhale, round your spine, bring your left knee to your left elbow. Lower and place the top of your left foot to the mat. Come to the fingertips, support, and then lean your body's weight forward and back, stretching into the top of your foot. As you rock back, turn your toes forward, left foot to your mat, stretching into your heel now. Hands can walk forward. Load your torso onto your left thigh. Try and keep your left heel grounded. And then hands to your mat, step your left knee back. This time moving into puppy pose, we'll keep the hips over the knees, walk your hands forward, take them a little wider than your shoulders, just making space to accommodate your shoulders and your neck, melting your chest and forehead to the mat. Take 3 even, calm breaths. Feed your belly, sides of the waist, front and back of your lungs with your breath. Eyes forward, and then slide forward and melt down onto your belly. Coming into sphinx pose, resting onto your forearms. Stretch your legs back and just find a nice, mild, comfortable arch through your spine. Explore taking your shoulders back in space and gently sip your belly in to smooth and fill out your low back spine. Take a generous breath in and then slowly release down. Make a pillow with your hands and rest your forehead onto your hands. Then bend your knees, flex your toes, and slowly wipe your knees to the left and to the right, just loosening out through your low back and your hips. Come back through center, keep your right knee bent, lower your left foot to the floor and take a quad stretch. Your head can rest here onto your left hand, reach back right hand for your right foot and squeeze your right heel in toward your buttocks. And then for more sensation, last few breaths, you can stand into your left forearm, elevate your chest, and kick your right foot back into your hand. One more breath in, and release. We'll switch sides, make a pillow with your right hand, rest your forehead, bend your left knee, reach back, left hand to your left foot, And then slowly breathing in and out as we pause here. Last few breaths, option to deepen into a mild back bend, propping yourself up onto your right forearm. Lift your chest, kick your foot into your hand. And then lower your foot. Lift your head a little and tee out your arms at shoulder height. Coming into a prone shoulder stretch, targeting the front of your shoulders and your chest. You're going to tent the left fingers, roll onto your right hip toward your right arm. And then you can keep your legs stacked or option to step the left toes to the floor behind your right leg. Then relax your head toward the floor. And then return to your belly, transition slowly onto the other side. And keep tending to your breath, maintaining an even breath in. Slow breath out as you arrive in your shape. And release, come back through center. Hands to your mat, ease your way back into child's pose. We'll transition here. Just take a full breath in and out. Arms reaching forward, fingers spread. Take the next few breaths to press up and back into downward facing dog. Gently biking your heels. Exploring any movements here, small or large, that feel good. Lengthening into the back seam of your body. Send your gaze forward now, bend your knees and step lightly to the top of your mat. As you arrive, space your feet, take your hands to your shins, halfway lift, and forward fold. Rise slow, stretch to stand, sweep your arms overhead. Lower your hands to prayer, center of your chest. Inhale now, circle your arms overhead, balance on your right foot, raise your left knee. On your exhale, cross your legs, left leg over your right, place your left foot to the floor. Take your left hand to your right wrist, overhead, lengthen tall. Exhale, side bend, over to your left. On your inhale, come back through center, uncross your legs, and lower your hands to prayer at your heart. Again, circle your arms overhead, balance on your left foot, raise your right knee. Exhale, cross your legs, step your right foot outside your left to the floor. Right hand to your left wrist, breathe yourself tall. And side bend over to your right, leaning your hips out to the left. Inhale, sway your way back through center, uncross your legs and stand. Hands to prayer, Tadasana. Breathing in, sweep your arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold over your legs. On your inhale, lengthen your chest forward. Exhale, step your right foot back, low lunge on the fingertips. Soften your right knee down. Gently engaging your right buttocks forward. And scissor your left heel toward the back of your mat as we pause here, 3 breaths. Walk your hands to the inside of your left foot now. Take your left foot to the left lane of your mat. Then gently wing your left knee out to the side. Peel open onto the outer edge of your left foot for lunging pigeon pose. Bring your left hand to your inner left knee, then turn your belly, ribs and chest to your left. 3 breaths. And then go ahead, tuck your right toes under, hands to your mat, step up into Malasana Yogi Squat, a version that suits your knees, pressing into your outer feet, easing your elbows toward your inner knees, spine tall. Stay here, breathe in. On your exhale, lift your hips and forward fold between your wide legs. Turn your toes forward. Lift up halfway, inhale. Exhale, bend your knees softly and forward fold. Rise to stand on the new breath. Sweep your arms overhead and lower your hands to your heart center. Walk your feet under your hips. Inhale, raise your arms overhead. Dive forward over your legs, Uttanasana. Breathing in, chest forward. Breathing out, left foot steps back, low lunge on your fingers. Settle and steady your posture. And take 3 slow breaths. Moving into your lunging pigeon. Right foot over into the right lane. Open your knee wide. Come to the outer edge of your right foot. Right hand to your inner knee. Gently revolving open to your right. Breathe in deep. And exhale long. 2 more cycles of breath. Reframe your right foot with your hands. Tuck your left toes under. Raise your left knee. And either step your left leg through or make your own comfortable way to take a seat. If you have a belt, please take that now as we come to rest down onto our backs. Just as you're ready, gather your knees in toward your chest and give yourself a squeeze, a little rock side to side. Transitioning into Supta Padangusthasana, reclined big toe pose. Hug your right knee in toward your chest, and you can keep your left foot to the floor here. If you have a belt, loop it around the balls of your right toes. We'll all extend right heel up toward the ceiling. If you don't have a belt, hands interlaced anywhere behind the back of your right leg, but have your hands at a height that allows you to rest your upper body without flattening the curve of your low back. 3 slow breath cycles here. Just maintaining a relaxed attention to your breath, staying present. Belt into your right hand if you had it there, guiding your right leg out to the right now. Left arm can also reach out to the left just to counterbalance. 3 slow, calm breaths. So you're just exploring your own range of motion here. Lengthening into the inner seam of your right leg, not too far, not too deep. Left buttocks grounded, hips level. Return through center. Straighten your left leg out long and motion your right leg over to your left now. So legs form an L shape and you're welcome to roll all the way over onto your left hip, pinky toe side of your left foot. And then turn your toes a little toward the floor. Kick out through your heel. And then return back through center. Release your belt. We'll switch sides. Left knee hugs in, right foot to the floor. And then extending your left leg up toward the ceiling. Aim your left knee toward your left shoulder. And keep a little bit of negative space under the low back, so a little bit of a hollow. Ease your left leg out to your left now. So right arm can reach out to the right. Kick out through your left heel. Soften your outer left buttocks. And then come back through center. Stretch your right leg out long. And then take your left leg over to your right, just slowly coming onto your hip, pinky toe side of your right leg. And back through center. Release the belt. And then gather your knees in toward your chest. Split the knees wide into the number 11. For a final happy baby pose here, you can stay here holding the knees wide, or reach forward, catch the outer edges of your feet. And then draw your knees toward your armpits, and then aim the soles of your feet toward the ceiling. Take a slow rock side to side. And then release your feet, rest your feet to the floor, and transition slowly into a brief shavasana to close your practice. Extending your legs out long, arms wide to your sides, palms facing up. And if you have a little bit more time, please pause the class, rest in peace. Just taking the opportunity here at the end of your practice to find calm and reset. And just consciously fading your body's weight into the support beneath you. You can sigh breath out of your whole body, letting go of all your effort now. And I'll be back to guide you back shortly. And gently now, softly drift your awareness back. Welcome in a full body breath, inviting yourself awake with your breath. Wriggle and stretch. Bending your knees, take your feet to the floor. And rolling out to your right side, just pause for a moment. Let your eyes gently open and adjust to the light in your room. Then softly ease your way back up to sit. Thanks so much for joining me for your practice today. I hope this compact flow, transformed how you're feeling in a good way, and the rest of your day is sweet. Namaste.